All right. We're live on me, so the camera's on me. Oh, everything updated. It's very cool. Welcome back, everyone. We've got my studio dog causing chaos, which is pretty normal. But I'm going to go on everybody here. I think I made it to where, yep, oh, cool. Everybody's on there, including me. Yay! So while that's going on, I'm going to go ahead and do some announcements. I was want to give out shout-outs to people who have followed and subscribed, while we were off air. And I know there was one called, I think it's Shelly Cat. Don't know who that is, but thank you very much. Thank you. Prime Factor X01, who that?
Would be really
that's one of our guys right here. So he's helping us out.
I can take a bite out of myself if I wanted to.
That's Charles. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through a couple things. Our sponsors, as always, we have Arknight, who every 25 followers, which we're only 10 away, we give away a digital download from them. It includes digital tokens, maps, all that kind of fun stuff. I'm getting that one. All right, that's probably me. So, I'm just getting a word that we may be peaking, so I'm trying to chill out on something. Might be a little better. We'll see what happens. This new microphone that's sitting right in front of me. So, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. My producer, my wife off in the corner, she's kicking butt for me right now. What's going to happen though is we have Arknight. We'll give away something in like 10 followers. Hopefully we get there soon. We'll give some digital download stuff, some token stuff like that. Ambient Realms, which is really exciting, is supplying a lot of the sounds tonight. I'm going to do my best.
I had some trouble doing it last time. I'll see if I can figure
I'm going to do my best to, and Mystical just pulled up a chair. Thank you very much for showing up and following. Don't know who Mystical is, but thank you very much. Ooh. That's awesome. But Ambient Realms helps us out with some sound effects. I'll show you one of my favorites. I don't know if anybody else likes it, but I like this one.
Well, let's hear it.
That seems to be my favorite. I don't know why. And we got some attacks. Got some pretty cool attacks that you can do. Even he supplied me with welcome to Generation Hero stuff, that kind of thing. So, that's Ambient Realms. You got to check them out, ambientrealms.com. They're big supporter of Huntington's, Huntington's Disease Society of America? Yeah, that's what it was. And Autism Speaks, very big advocates of that. So, we try and help them out as much as we can with those things. So, without further ado, I'm going to get my camera turned off. My hair is very big today, and fluffy. But I'm going to give this out, turn my camera off, and we're going to go to, where are we at? Right here. We're going to give it to Michael.
Oh, okay. Hello there, and welcome to Generation Hero. There's that applause. The epic superhero saga that traces the history of comic books, the history of heroes, from the Golden Age all the way to the Modern Age. Right now, we're still in the Golden Age, still in the era when the free world is under threat of fascist domination, and a bunch of superheroes, both fictional and real, are fighting back. This is our second episode ever, second episode of the Champions of the Golden Age arc. Before we kind of do our little previously on, let's have everybody go around and introduce ourselves. So maybe we'll start with Charles this time. Tell me what your name is, who your character is, and just in case people kind of missed the first one, what your character's kind of vibe and power set is.
Hi, my name is Charles, and I play a reformed character, and my name is the Mentalist. I was a supervillain that, through spending some time in prison, I chose to fight for the good guys, and I still struggle from time to time, but most of the time I do the right thing.
Definitely. Fighting that good fight still. Next up is Eric.
My name is Eric. I will be playing Marshal Merman, the 8-foot-tall transformed fish monster. A former British pilot testing a radioactive test jet who crashed into the Bermuda Triangle and woke up as an inhumanly strong and impenetrably scaled fish monster. Currently a POW of the Nazis.
And I'm Marvin, and I'll be playing Jonathan Maxis, the Sky Dancer. I use a jetpack brought over by my father from World War I that he found. An unknown technology, but I have the power to understand any technology that I touch.
Or as Hitler calls him, Cloud Kicker.
So while other people might fly with a jetpack, I can make it dance. And I'm trying to, change America's perception of, trying to realize who it is and trying to make it, a better country, guide it toward a better path than what it is right now.
Definitely. Very important. And yeah, I wrote a little quick interlude kind of showing the Third Reich's reaction to what happened last time, and Hitler did mistakenly call you Cloud Kicker for
Cloud Kicker?
He didn't get his name right. That's the Fuhrer there.
If it makes you feel any better, he's calling me the Jewfish.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's old Adolf. So speaking of which, what happened last time is our heroes were sent to rescue a British robot, Big Ben, a sort of mechanical superhero from this kind of Nazi alpine resort. And how'd it go? Because there's some good news and some bad news that came out of it, I think.
Well, good news. We managed to survive. We got a valuable Nazi doctor out of there. Can interrogate him for information. We got a plane, I think.
Yeah, we did. And an eyeball.
And an eyeball.
We also kicked in the teeth of the mecha dragon known as Fafnir.
Repeatedly.
Yeah. On multiple occasions. Unfortunately, one of our team was left behind, and hopefully
That
we'll
was
get an
Marshal
opportunity to
Merman.
fix that.
Marshal Merman had to toss Majorette towards the plane as she missed her vault onto it, and I had to catch her and toss her back.
And the scene ended with us flying away, witnessing the Marshal being captured by Nazis. Surrounded by flames and
Robo-Nazis.
robots.
Yes, some Robo-Nazis, the Stahlsoldaten, they're called.
Don't worry.
We're very helped capture him. Majorette, unfortunately, Samantha's feeling a little ill, so she's not going to be with us tonight, but she should be back next week. And we'll see her character's just kind of helping out in England, training, getting ready, and she'll be there to back you guys up for your next mission.
Probably helping with the propaganda, actually.
Oh, that's true, because
Going on a couple of USO tours, perhaps.
oh, for sure. Yeah, I can say she's back in the States raising money for war bonds, victory bonds.
Especially with the footage of her fighting Fafnir.
Definitely. They captured some footage filmed by Leni Riefenstahl herself, and transformed that into some excellent propaganda for the Allies.
Some Captain America type tours.
Oh, totally. Yeah, actually showing Majorette and Incredible Fish Boy, as his code name was,
The incredible
Marshal
fish.
Merman, and pretty much all these guys just beating the snot out of some Nazis. So very
Loads
good,
of fun.
lots of fun. But we're gonna start, Major Merman, with you in a place that is not very fun at all. I'm afraid it's gonna go pretty bad for you as the story begins. So you kind of fade in and out of consciousness. You're hauled away. You're dimly conscious of being on some sort of an aircraft, and you wake up in this kind of dark dungeon area. You are chained. Lots and lots of chains wrapped around you, pinning you to the wall. And there's a couple Stahlsoldaten, these mechanical kind of Nazi foot soldiers looking you over. And also there is Hauptsturmfuhrer Max Mueller, aka Air Cyclops.
Being watched personally, am I?
Oh, yes. His eye is gone. His Cyclops eye is gone, yeah.
Definitely living up to that name.
Yep. It was, stolen in our last mission. It's actually, maybe if you want to start thinking about this now, the Allied scientists, with I think your help, have been able to kind of reverse engineer it in some of the plane technology, so they can make, I'm going to say, 3 high-tech gadgets of your choice.
Okay.
So you can kind of write them down in your character sheet somewhere, what exactly you want them to be. They can reverse engineer from the experimental aircraft and the eye that you stole.
Have we figured out what the aircraft is from, where it's from?
It's definitely like it was made by like the Third Reich and their scientists, but like it's based from technology. It is the same technology that your jetpack comes from.
But no leads.
Not quite. I mean, it's really only you who are able to know this because you know your jetpack really well. And when you sort of like melded with the Blitzwing, so that's what the flying Nazi experimental planes are called. You realize they come from a similar source. But it's like, the Germans, it's not like it's not alien technology. It's sort of as understood and translated by, not so great human engineers. Or okay human engineers. So, Marshal Merman, it's starting out like, our Cyclops just says like, good morning, and you get blasted with a horrific number of volts of electricity, and you're taking a powerful blow right there. So let's do our first roll.
So,
It's super effective.
powerful blow, I'm aiming to roll low.
Let's see how.
And of course I can't roll low if I wanted to.
Ooh, okay.
So that is going to be a 10 total. So, when you take a powerful blow on a 10 plus, you must choose one. Remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, etc. Lose control of yourself or powers in a terrible way, or 2 options from the below list. I think if I have the choice, I would just like to pass out now.
Okay.
If not, I will totally go crazy and just wreck stuff.
I mean, you could go crazy and try to break free, but the chains, like, they understand your capabilities. They've worked very hard on
And they
chaining
were
you
able
in there.
to confine Big Ben, so
Yeah.
I'm sure they are prepared for me.
Nazi's very good at handling prisoners. So I'm going to say you pass out. I'm going to say you're going to mark a condition of your choice. You're unfortunately going to start with a few conditions.
That is perfectly fine. I will be marking hopeless.
Okay, yeah, it's going to be a little rough for Marshal Merman. And a little bit later, you regain consciousness. Some water is splashed on your face. You wake up, our Cyclops is looking you over, and he's like, you realize that you made a fool of me. And I know you can understand me. I know you have some intelligence within that amphibian, Semitic brain of yours.
Do you think you're going to get anything out of me?
My friend, there's nothing in you that I want. You are as rotten inside as you are outside.
Well, then perhaps you should kill me now, before I find my way out of these chains and find you.
He says, perhaps I should. It would certainly save me some time, and it would certainly make me feel a lot better. And he's touching his his eye patch there. He brings up his Luger and puts it right to your forehead. And before you can kind of like pull the trigger, there's some shouts coming from further behind. You can see there's like some sort of a stairway leading upwards. He pauses for a little bit. He says, "I'll be right back."
You know, Herr Cyclops, I did not realize your gun was quite so small.
It will be big enough to splatter your brains, you Hebrew fish. He walks away, and after a little, you're left in silence for a while, with only these kind of stall soldaten for company. And then after a while he comes back, and he says, well, apparently there are powers within the Reich that wish to keep you alive. And so, you will be alive. But I promise it will not go well for you. Your physique is interesting to some of our scientists. Some scientists that are particularly high up in the Jaeger Commando.
if I recall, your greatest scientist is currently in Allied hand.
Yeah, he zapped you again to that. You're taking another powerful blow.
I'm just gonna keep antagonizing him. And I think I'm passing out again.
Okay. He keeps on zapping you. I know you mark one more condition.
Alright. I think angry would be a good one.
Definitely. You're just getting more and more upset at being unable to get your claws into this guy. And when you wake up the next time, he's gone. You are alone in the darkness. I'll get back to you gentlemen in a second. I'm just gonna, you are both, like, you can still, it's very dark. There's maybe a little bit of electric light on, but you can smell okay. You got good fish sense of smell. You smell the ocean, actually.
Interesting.
That salt smell is definitely in the air. And there's something else, a scent that is sort of human, but sort of not human. It's something you've never smelled before, and it's kind of like across from you in like another cell.
I call out, is there someone there?
After a while, or pretty soon, a voice calls back, "Someone there? They had me as an unwilling guest for, I'd say, the past couple months. I'd certainly like to be leaving anytime soon. Hello, I must be going." And you see, it's a bit weird. Back in England, before you were fishatized, I'm sure you went to the cinema and watched comedies with the Marx Brothers. And there is one of those Marx Brothers. It is Groucho Marx in the cell across from you. He has the big mustache, kind of the hair split down the middle, the glasses. It's him. But he doesn't smell exactly human.
Interesting. I'd assumed you'd smell better from the cinema.
He says, "Smell? Well, have you seen my lodgings lately?"
Actually, no. It's quite dark in here.
I'm a little bit thankful for that.
And tell me, why is a cinema star locked up here? You don't really seem to be a threat.
My thoughts exactly. However, I'm not exactly who I appear to be. I'm just, let's just say, a big fan of the comedies. I like the Three Stooges. I like Chaplin. Marx Brothers, of course, are the best. And I've been kind of getting their signals from where I was, keeping a little eye on your world. Unfortunately, had a little bit of engine trouble, came down here, and he transforms again, and now Adolf Hitler himself is standing here. These guys got a hold of me, and well, say no more, here I am.
I see you are then also a powered individual, and yet you are unable to get out of either?
Oh, I'm afraid not. They got these bars. They got a whole bunch of guards. We're on some island in the middle of the sea. Nobody knows I'm here. They got my ship, took out the communications array so I can't call for help. But with you, with a little bit of fish on my side, I might just be swimming free. What do you say?
Yes, unfortunate that you landed within Axis territory. If you had landed with us, then you would have been a valuable ally. Perhaps if I were to aid your escape, you'd be willing to assist us in avenging you.
I think you're trying to provoke him. Yes.
Yes.
So you're gonna roll. We'll just call this this alien Groucho to make it a little easier.
All right. I'm not particularly.
Yeah, there's some kind of funny comedic music going on. So let's see how you're doing.
Oh, okay. I can't fail roll today. So that is going to be a 8. So I get to on a 7 to 9. They can either follow with what I'm saying, or they can pick from that list. Stumble, so I get a +1 on them. I either gain a critical opportunity, or they overreact and I gain influence over them somehow.
Okay. Also, I mean, you're not really trying to fight or provoke a fight with this guy, but You're kind of trying to befriend him. And I think you're definitely doing that.
Excellent.
He says, well, kid, I wouldn't want to be part of any club that would have me as a member, but I think I'm going to sign on with your outfit.
Excellent. I am sure my allies will be here momentarily.
Wouldn't count on that. If you got a plan to bust out of here, let's try and come up with one soon.
I have better than that. I have faith.
Ooh, okay. And we'll cut from poor Marshal Merman in the basement there, and cut back to you two guys. The next, turn of the page shows that you are kind of in this, the little caption in the corner would read, "Occupied Sicily," and you are in this kind of clearing in an olive grove, meeting with some individuals. They're wearing kind of like vests, flat caps. They're all toting like shotguns or rifles or stolen Nazi weapons. These are like, they're the Italian resistance, and they're also, a lot of them are related to the Sicilian mafia, which was instrumental in fighting the fascists when they were, occupying that area of the world. And you are meeting with the Contessa, who is kind of leading the mafia/resistance. Most of the Dons have been scooped up by Mussolini and his Nazi backers. So she's kind of been left in charge, and she's sort of running the show here. So you were ordered to go in here and meet with her, because she might know something about where Marshal Merman's being held. So she's a very kind of like aristocratic sort of looking woman, wearing white, and is kind of looking you over. And she's like, so you are who this Office of War Power sent, hmm?
Yes, that's correct.
I must say, if they were thinking of storming Isola Caligari, it should be more. 2 men, there's nothing.
I think it's more of an infiltration than a storming, isn't it?
We will be all you need.
We will see. She kind of rolls out, she has some of her men roll out a map, and she points over to the coast, and she says, here, this is Isola Caligari, named after that film with the sleeping man comes alive and kills people, because that is where all sorts of strange fascist experiments happen. Mussolini personally gave it as a gift to the Nazis, and they built their this base there. It's difficult to get in. There is a bunch of naval mines set all the way around it. Don't really know how to get through. And once you...
If we only had our fish man.
Alas. He's probably being cooked alive in this week.
I wonder if he smells good.
Probably does.
A little lemon, some zest.
Something like calamari, maybe.
Yeah. Well, if we get there, we get there. So, you said there's naval mines on the coast.
And the
Anti-air,
island...
maybe?
Definitely. The island is a fortress. Large walls around it. There's a full garrison of those metal soldiers, the Stahlsoldaten. There's even a giant one called the Stahlkönig, the Iron King, or the Steel King, who lives there. And that, every time my paisanos, my comrades and I tried to launch an attack, if we even got through the mines, the Iron König and the soldiers within would throw us out. But there might be hope. I don't know the way through the mines, and I couldn't. As soon as we approached, even if we did get through the mines, we approached by one of our boats to the walls, they'd just shoot us down. But there is someone who does know a way through and who's visited Isola Caligari a few times. He's like you, a superhero, but for Mussolini. He's called Gladius. He is supposed to be like the reincarnation of the great Roman Empire, but he's really a joke. He appears in some of Mussolini's films. He jumps around. He's gone to war a few times, but mostly he just stays at his villa, which is not too far from here, and pours back the vino.
My kind of man.
If you could find some way to get him, to capture him, and convince him, or make him an offer he can't refuse. Perhaps he would help you rescue your fishy friend.
Save the fish or die.
Save the fish or die.
Seems accurate. We can do that. Shouldn't be too much of a problem.
My men and I will help you as best we can. If you need weapons, equipment, we don't have much, but what we have is yours.
Yeah, I'll grab a backpack with some supplies in it, rope, a few other things.
Sure, we can get you that.
I think I've got all I need. Maybe a shotgun.
Okay, they give you like a sawed-off shotgun, like the mafia kind of standard weapon.
This will work.
All right.
I still have my whip.
Oh yeah, you kept
my
the whip.
Ruger. I kept the whip and the Ruger. I like it because the Ruger can help me blend in. Maybe
You're really keeping the whip.
I'm keeping the whip, man. I like
Who wants
the whip.
that whip?
I'm
Gotta
gonna
keep the fish man in charge somehow.
You know what? Do it. As soon as you see him, whip him.
Oh wow.
Maybe it'll enrage him and he'll break us all out.
That would be a good idea. He does love to be enraged.
Yes, indeed.
This is gonna be some good shit.
All right, so we'll do the kind of villa thing. We'll come back to you in just a second. So think about how you want to. You have this shape-shifting alien with you. How do you want to use him to see if you can bust out?
Well, unfortunately, Merman is more brute strength than he is a thinker. That is more a mentalist's job.
Sorry, I'm not there for you, bud.
Fair enough.
Sort of.
I'm just going to keep trying to work on the chains and see if I can, at some point, either break them or pull them out.
Okay.
Pulling them out, that'd be good.
You want you to unleash your powers just to kind of take that strength free. Yeah.
And now I roll low. But that's still an 8.
Nice.
Here we go with the 8s again.
8 and 9 is apparently my favorite dice number. So that is a partial success. So I have to you will have to tell me why it is unstable or temporary, or I have to mark a condition to make it work. I kind of have a lot of conditions, so I don't want to.
Yeah, you got conditioned pretty bad thanks to that.
So
Those electrocutions you got.
perhaps unstable in the sense that I pulled something that I shouldn't have, and now things may be rumbling a little scarily.
Okay, I'll say this. You are able to wrench the chain free. So you are kind of free to move about the cell, but it had some kind of sensor on it. So now there is an alarm going off, and Groucho's going a little bit. Groucho is getting worried. He says "Oh, Fred, you're inviting the whole party here, the whole Nazi party. What are you doing?"
Well, now it's time to dance. I am going to pull apart the cell bars, make a little room for my dance partners.
Ooh, okay, I'll see you can do that. That's it's not too hard for you to mend with your massive fishman strength. You can just kind of walk out. So now you got Groucho locked up in his cell, and you still have those kind of chains on your arms, but you're free to move around. And you can hear footsteps.
Is he chained, or how is he?
He's not chained up. He's just behind this kind of set of cells.
Then I'll pry him loose as well. Actually, if he would be willing to take the form of one of these robo-Nazis, perhaps he can
Escort the prisoner.
escort me somewhere safer.
Oh, good idea. You got a good head on your shoulders. Let's keep it there. And he transforms into one of the Stahlsoldaten. The Stahlsoldaten, the other ones who are not your friend, rush down and cover everybody. And that is where we'll change perspective to our other team. So next panel, meanwhile, you guys, it's kind of night right now, early evening, and you are approaching Gladius's villa. This pretty kind of spacious mansion set there in the Sicilian hills, sort of overlooking the ocean.
So do we know what this guy can do? I know he's got a real, glory streak on him.
The Contessa, she's with you with some of her men, just kind of, hiding in the forest that sort of surrounds this place. And she says, he is like your dancing girl. He's very acrobatic. He dances around. He's supposed to be a gladiator, fighting for the glory of Il Duce. But he's good with his swords, his weapons, but no real powers.
Okay, good. Let's point a gun at him and get him out of there.
Now, he's not in prison here. This is his own villa. Does he have guards and stuff like that?
I think you're trying to assess the situation.
I am. And I believe...
Though for guards, I'll say maybe assess the situation, you can find some other stuff, but you can see there's maybe like 2 or 3 just kind of stall soldaten sentries, like kind of posted around the mansion, but it's not that well guarded.
Okay. So, do you want to roll for me?
Yeah, I said roll to assess the situation. That way you can ask me, some of these questions, depending on how you do. How'd you do?
That would be a 6. I did not succeed.
Ooh, okay. Well, you don't know what's waiting for you. You see the sentries from a distance. There's some 2 on the roof and a few kind of marching around sort of this courtyard, or not courtyard, the outskirts of the villa. But that's it as far as you can see.
All right. Well, I don't see anything of importance here. I think we just walk right up to the main gate. What do you think?
That's what Merman would do.
Okay, you want to knock?
You can go ahead and knock.
Maybe
I'm
go
going
for
to
an
take this to
aerial
the
view?
skies. Just to do a little once over.
All
I'll
right.
tell you what. I'll wait until you come back then. I think that's a good, wise decision.
Okay, so you do a little bit of aerial recon. You definitely see Gladius. He's on the veranda on the second floor, on the second story of this villa. He's just kind of hanging out at this chair with a bunch of food, and he's just pouring wine, throwing it back, tossing the empty bottles over the side.
Is it an open area?
Yeah, the veranda is kind of like a big balcony.
And is there anyone around him?
I'll say there's maybe one stall soldan kind of standing guard on the edge of this balcony.
So I'm going to point down. I'm going to try and make a sign that says target break 1.
Okay. How much distance? How far away from the edge is he?
How far away from the edge is he?
Not that far. He's kind of in the middle sort of area. Well, actually,
What I'm asking is
yeah. What are you trying to do?
from where I can get on the outside of his villa, because I'm not.
Okay.
I want to see how far in from a point at which I think I could be safe to get in.
Yeah, I would say it's not too far. He's in the second floor, so you'll have to get up.
That's not going to be a problem because I would like to use one of my pieces of technology that we were able to make.
Okay.
Some anti-gravity boots with a controller on my belt. They will assist me in leaping small buildings in a single bound.
Awesome.
So my hope is to jump from outside up into the area there, and if maybe I don't quite make it, I could get a little help from a flying superhero.
Okay, I think let's have you do unleash your powers.
Okay.
To try and handle that. I'll say there's definitely enough.
Plus freak.
Oh, I don't know if I have much freak.
Oh. Okay. Well, we'll see what they might need. They might need a jetpack to help. See how you do.
So
sure
that's
he's
going
got
to be
it.
plus my freak, which is not super high. I only got a +1 to freak.
Oh, all right. How'd you do?
But I rolled really low. Total 4.
Nazi technology.
Okay, you're taking a condition because
Okay, all right.
maybe I don't know, insecure because you thought you had these boots good.
I already have insecure from the last time we were here, unless that in between missions that would come off.
I don't know. We haven't really done any downtime where we would have.
Unaccumulated?
Yeah, I think in the future we should do a downtime thing where people can kind of try and get rid of those.
Okay, so
also
for now it's still there.
Yeah. Also, you can erase it if you want to, and then you
Well,
can.
Nah, I'm still pissed, so
Or
I'm
you
just
can-
gonna let him fall.
Really?
So I'm gonna go with it's probably hopeless.
Okay, you're feeling, yeah, it's...
Goddamn Nazi tech. Why would you make the anti-gravity switch right next to the gravity switch?
Yeah. So you miss the veranda, or I'll say like you land next to it. You grab the balcony or the railing. You slide down. You're like holding onto the railing, dangling down over the gap, and now everybody knows you are here. Gladius stands up from the table. He's sort of like he's a kind of muscular individual, like curling up mustache, kind of like a circus strongman type, sort of dressed like a Roman legionnaire / gladiator, big plumed helmet, Roman kind of armor, big red cape.
Are you not entertained?
He has lots of like nasty looking gladiator swords, spears, tridents. He picks up his sword and is walking over to you curiously as the Robo-Nazi is moving in. What are you doing? Well, you're in the air, so you see all this going on. What do you do?
Crap. I'm gonna try and pick him up real quick.
Okay, I think for you that is going to be an unleash your power.
That's a defend.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, good point. That is a defend.
To defend?
Yes.
I need to say roll plus savior. Alright. I have 0 in everything but mundane, so this should be great.
All right. I mean, you may have some like powers or special moves you can use. How'd you do?
8.
Nice.
Ooh, okay. So it costs you. You're going to expose yourself to danger or escalate. I'll say you can decide. You want to like maybe you can either decide you want Gladius to hurl one of his weapons at you, exposing you to danger, hitting you with the weapon, or do you want like the Stahlsoldaten to definitely see you and like start the alarm that will alert all the soldiers garrisoned here?
Either way, they're gonna know we're here.
Come on, take a Gladius to the jetpack.
Well,
Yeah, let's break his own
Maybe.
technology.
maybe I can hit shit real quick.
All right, that's going to be take a powerful blow. He picks up a trident and like hurls it at you.
Do you want me to roll for you? I'd be doing good tonight.
No. You stay away from the dice. Alright, let's go.
Rolo, no.
7.
Do
Okay.
you have conditions marked? Like you said you're angry, right?
Yeah,
Do you
still
have
angry.
anything else marked? Because you add that to your take a powerful blow.
Isn't
roll.
he supporting? He's trying to support me?
Yeah.
Well,
see,
he was, but he didn't do so great in the defend roll.
Oh, okay.
I got an 8.
Okay, yeah, actually, so you didn't know. I mean, I'll say by your flyby, you like distracted Gladius and the Stahlsoldaten, so you can haul yourself up over the railing, and you are now on the veranda.
Okay.
So you're in a good like stable position.
All right.
And like I guess a trident hit you. You got hit by a trident.
He did get a successful defend action, so he can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he can save him, but he just takes a hit on the way up or something like that.
Yeah.
No, I'll wave him off.
Okay.
So on a 7 to 9, choose one.
Yeah.
Let's give ground.
That means like I would say for this situation, you're flying away and falling back because you like fly to avoid the trident, and you are leaving your friend.
It's okay. I was gonna wave him off anyway.
Yeah, still pissed. Goodbye.
Yeah.
All right, you zoom backwards a little bit, and now you are alone on this veranda with Gladius. Now he's picking up a sword and shield, and the Stahlsoldaten is like pointing his gun at you.
No, hold on. I'm a really big fan. He's a friend of mine, just trying to help me get up here.
What?
I really, I
Nice.
just
friend?
wanted. Hey, I don't have any weapons out. No, don't get me wrong. I got some on me, but I'm not pointing them at you. So
You come armed into my house. You break into my house while I'm having supper, dinner. I don't know, evening meal.
I'm not German, and I'm in occupied territory. I gotta protect myself from other people.
You should totally provoke him into a gladiator match.
Yeah, that's gonna work. I really wanted to sit down and have a talk with you. I'm a really big fan. I haven't seen any of your movies, but I'm a really huge fan, and I just wanted a moment of your time. I swear I'm not gonna hurt you or try to hurt you.
A moment of time with Gladius, eh? I think you're trying to provoke him.
I am.
All right, see how you do.
Yeah.
Rolling plus superior.
Oh.
So what are you trying? You're trying to like just talk with him. To
Yeah,
calm
I'm just
down?
trying to get him to come down to my level, to not try to slash me in half, because I probably wouldn't do so well against that. And maybe to give us some privacy from the Stosselbot if I can.
Sure.
Come on.
Skydance, you're still you're further back in the air. Well,
I rolled 6 plus 1, so a total of 7.
Okay.
This is provoke,
Nice.
right? Mm-hmm. So,
Let's see. Main objective is to get Gladius.
overreact and gain influence over them.
Gladius.
Okay, I can see that.
So
Yeah. So
maybe he realized he overreacted at my appearance or something. And
Yeah, I mean, his overreaction is like calming down dramatically. So you can take +1 influence with Gladius.
Cool.
I'll see. He got Mentalist has +1. He lowers his sword. He kind of waves off the Stosselbot, and he approaches you, and he's like, "So you are a fan of Gladius, eh?"
Yeah. I've I have a friend of mine that would love to meet you, and unfortunately he's not here right now. He's kind of held up, and but I'll get to that. I'm actually here to see if maybe you might be able to help me and a couple of my friends out saving my friend.
What does this entail? If it means I have Ilducci's ear, perhaps I could speak on your behalf, but what else could I do?
I feel like if you have his ear, he would probably try to cut mine off. So, I'm trying to save a friend, and there's this fortress not too far from here, and somebody told me that you really had some knowledge of how to gain entry to it without setting off alarms. And I wonder if you could help me and my friends save my other friend who would love to meet you.
Okay, I think you're gonna
He's
roll...
a bigger fan than me.
Much bigger.
Physically and emotionally.
Okay, so it looks like he's got the situation down. I'm gonna try and come down. Like,
Alright, yeah, you land kind of gently. So you land so next to him. He's like, you have this flying man with you?
yeah,
He's-
nice throw, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Look at these muscles.
Yeah, they are. Can I touch them?
Oh, of course.
I want to just kind of rub on the bicep. That's impressive.
Thank you. No one is stronger than Gladius.
How do you get him to glisten in this moonlight?
Oil, my friend. Lots of oil.
Olive oil.
Yeah,
Olive oil. That's right. There's an olive place not too far from here. So
It's very true.
yeah. So
I think you are... So I'm going to have you roll the provoke, and you get a +1 because you
Provoke?
already
okay.
are sort of friendly with this guy. So
Oh,
you're rolling...
it wouldn't be like a pierce to max. How could I get your character to?
That could
or-
be Pierce the Mask.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll do Pierce the Mask. You also get a +1 to it, though.
Okay. That's like one of my worst stats. I get no pluses to my normal stuff, but I get the +1.
Yeah, you
for
get the +1 for
provoke.
the influence.
Come on, roll good this time.
Alright. How'd you do?
Total of 8. You're +1. This 8 is just keep it around.
It works. All right, so you can ask me one of these things.
So, how could I get you to help us?
Okay. I mean, definitely like appealing to his vanity does it, but also you can sort of see like by how much he's like drinking and how he's kind of like.
Bribe him with alcohol.
Well, he's got plenty of alcohol there, but you can tell by like the way he's really getting into it and kind of like the side eye he's given the Robo Germans. He doesn't really like kind of being like the sort of Nazi mouthpiece prisoner almost.
So, can I kind of lean in and be like, are you here on your own, or are you being held here?
He's like, it is someone in between. I can leave, but my
Entourage.
metal friends would follow, even if I don't want them to.
How about if me and my non-metal friends help you out, and then you help us out?
Wouldn't you like to be free, Gladys?
Ooh, okay. He's into that. He's like, what is your plan?
Freedom.
Do you think you can carry him? Because I can get back down.
I don't know. I am very large, but you can try.
Depends. Do you like swinging on a rope?
In my latest movie, I swung on a rope over a pit of snakes in the Colosseum.
You'll do great.
Okay.
He'll do great.
All right. So, about how far is the Stosseldaten from me? And this is one of those metal guys, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he's like right there and kind of on the balcony. He's
Okay.
like-
All right. So this gives me another opportunity. This weapon I actually have intention, or this technology I actually have intention on giving to Majorette when she rejoins us.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Nice.
It's a baton that emits a shockwave when touched to an
cool.
opponent, and it throws them back.
Yeah, like kind of a cattle prod sort of.
Yeah, we tried to use some of the technology and make the anti-gravity boots, from parts of the motor, and then also from the thrust from the motor, we were able to make this baton that basically emits like a shockwave and just does damage to electronics, people, brain, hearts. All the yummy stuff. So I like to just kind of reach out and right in the chest with it.
All right.
Onto the Stosseldaten.
This is definitely an unleash your powers. Use this cool gadget. Roll good. So you can
These
pull it
dice
off.
are not doing me tonight. Sweet.
How'd it do?
Unleash my powers. I'm gonna get my number. 11.
Ooh,
Nice.
So I
very
got
nice.
an 11 this time.
All right, it's just like the blast comes perfectly off the baton, and you send that Stosseldaten like right off the edge of the balcony. He flies right down, hits the earth, smashes apart, and he is gone.
All right.
Gladius says, "Quickly, Mike, we must hurry."
All right. You chain him, and I will try to jump again.
Okay. Yeah, let's have you do unleash your powers to carry him away. You do one to bounce, and we'll see how you guys do for this escape.
Snake eyes.
Oh God.
I didn't do much better. I rolled 3 plus 1.
All right, you fall off the balcony mark condition.
I accidentally hang him.
That would be bad.
It's not going to be that bad. I will say, you grab onto Gladius, but he is unfortunately a little too heavy,
He's
as
a
you
large
expected.
man.
Yeah, and he's been getting kind of a wine beer gut sort of thing too. So he drags you down, and you smash into the earth together, and all those Stolsaten are rushing out to get you.
Ow.
And you kind of on the ground next to them.
Lay off the wine, friend.
This, if you were a real fat guy, this would be difficult. That's all right, man.
I'm sorry, my beautiful physique is too much for you.
I agree.
beautiful
I
to
agree
somebody.
wholeheartedly. As I get up off the ground.
Now the Stolsaten are coming around. They're like leveling their guns. They sort of realize what's going on, so they're aiming to kill right now.
How many of them are there?
Why would my son just
Maybe a half
write
dozen.
instructions in German?
Half dozen.
Yeah.
Think we can take on that many?
Well, if he's willing to be part of it, I think we can.
All right, Gladys, this is your moment. You take out these guys, help us, we'll help you in the fight.
Come on, guys.
These
Channel
guys
your
are
merman.
standing between you and freedom.
Oh, okay. He's into that. He brought some of his gladiator weapons too. So if he grabs his trident and goes like running straight at them. And I'll say both of you guys give me a directly engage at these Stolsaten. Gladius will take out like maybe 2 of them. So that's maybe 2
4.
left for each of you.
These are
9.
nice.
Okay. So let's get. I mean, you kind of treat them as one group. They're like kind of like henchmen types. So So you pick. You're picking one.
So if you don't choose to resist or avoid their blows, you're gonna get hit too.
Okay.
I've never fired a gun in my life.
Yeah, you're shooting wide. Or if you think there's a way you can like finish the fight in one move, like some tactic you can use.
I got something.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to use my gun. That's useless. I'm going to fly by them and touch one of them. And see what if I can discover a weakness.
Learn their tech.
Oh,
Their
that's
tech.
very cool. Okay.
I would say do that off the guy we threw off the balcony, but he's not all in one piece anymore. So
Yeah. All right. Let's have Charles. You do your which one are you picking here?
So I wanted to impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Nice.
Okay.
And do something kind of like what I did against the Cyclops, and I want to use my whip and have it go around the neck of one of them and yanking him forward, throwing him off balance, trying to scare the other guys. And then as I'm doing that, I want to be drawing my pistol.
Okay. Also, you definitely do that. I mean, they are emotionless robots. They're not like that scared, but I mean, one of their number just getting taken out.
It
by,
could be a surprise.
Yeah, they're surprised. They're like kind of holding back and like shocked.
And it's one of their whips, isn't it?
Yeah, the Cyclops gave it to me.
That's true. It's Air Cyclops' whip. So one of them is
Air Cyclops.
One of them is pulled down and just smashed on the earth, on the ground there.
So I'm gonna. What is it? Leash power?
Well, I think we did it last time. Like the touch them, that's you just do that. It's to put your knowledge to use, is an unleash your powers.
Okay.
So you touch them, you know like how these guys work. You definitely know their weak points. Like you know what they don't not like an off-on switch exactly, but you know like what particular joints and like what to smash that would just take them out like instantly with a quick wham pow bish in there. 5-finger death punched and explode kind of style.
Feel free to share that knowledge.
I gotta put it to use though, see if it actually works.
Yeah, that would be an unleash your powers to take some more of them out.
7.
Ooh, okay. You get to pick one.
Plus your freak.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I have no freak.
Oh no!
Freak?
I have no. It zeroes straight down except for mundane, which is 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you get to get a +1 to one thing, right?
That's a game face.
Oh, okay.
No, when you make your
I think when
character...
you're making your character, you have to
Yeah,
pick
you
one.
get to give a +1 to one category.
Yeah, I put that in freak.
One of them was -1.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Well,
balance.
at least you're not going down.
Hey, it worked. So what are you doing with this? This blow, like I'll say it works, and you can like disable or just blow up.
Take
this,
something from them. A vital component.
Ooh, definitely. Also, you just like get its head free, like rip this guy's head right off. Big shower of sparks. He collapses and he is out. Now you have a robot head.
And I present it to them.
Unleash the head of our comrade citizen.
Oh god, it's still talking.
You can hit him with their own head if you want to chuck it at him.
Yes.
All right. I think at this point, like the battle is yours. The mafioso, I don't know the plural. The mafia guys come in too to help out, and between them and your head ripping abilities and your whipping and shooting, and Gladius's trident work, the Stalsoldan are destroyed.
I want to save the head and put it in my backpack.
Okay.
No, please keep the head.
You got a
It
Nazi
could be
robot head.
technology that we can reverse engineer. Or find even more ways to...
Didn't I say take the head? I throw it at him.
I'll catch it in the bag.
No, I'm trying to throw it at him to hurt him. So it can stop being angry.
Great.
Ooh, okay. Oh yeah. All right. So I'll say you're taking a powerful blow from that, and you have to clear your condition. You're not angry anymore.
Roll low. You want to... Nope.
All right, Charles. How did you do?
Wait. Roll... Plus my conditions?
Yep. And you have 2 marked. Yeah.
So I minus that?
+2.
Oh, I add that instead of subtract it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it
crap.
bad?
Yeah.
My bad.
Ooh. All right. So you can remove yourself from the situation, lose control of yourself in a terrible way, or take 2 options below, which you could throw some conditions on him maybe, and do something else.
On the bright side, breaking something...
Or take some additions. It's going to be kind of a tough choice.
Yeah. He cures angry, probably.
I cure my anger.
Yeah, your anger's gone.
But then I just kind of... My bad.
Sorry.
I'm going to realize what I've done in a moment.
He just kind of lost his temper, and after this
I will remove myself from the situation.
And just run away.
Yeah, I will run away with the head that hurts.
Okay, the head just kind of knocked. I'll say your jet boots or your anti-gravity boots kind of activate and you just like bounce back and head into the woods.
You didn't know you could throw that hard.
The Contessa says, "Are all Americans as crazy as you?"
Wait till you meet the fish.
Well, to be fair, I kind
You're not
I
American.
admit I lost myself in that
Nor
moment.
are you here.
It happens.
it's gone.
It happens
It's gone.
to us all. Okay.
It's alright.
Gladius says to you, "So your friend that is trapped, where is he?"
He's on... Well, he was the guy who actually knew the island, but crap. Let me go get him. Buddy!
Is like Isola cardigan? I don't know.
Isola Cardigan.
Sorry!
Just a nice little cozy item.
I didn't write the name down either.
It's Isola Caligari.
Yeah, see, it's that place.
Okay.
Okay, that place.
You guys, you know it. Yeah.
Go.
All right.
Still alive?
He says,
He's still alive.
we'll have to get a boat. I can find. I know the way past the naval mines. I've been there myself a few times, seeing the experiments, the things the Nazis do there. It's not a good place. I can get you in. I mean, it will be unscheduled. I don't know how long the ruse will last, so be ready.
We don't have much time. We have no idea what their appetite towards fish is.
Alright.
We certainly do not. They might have made schnitzel out of him already. And actually, let's cut back to Major Merman.
Excellent. So, is Groucho able to lead me out of the dungeons? Or is he unable to perform a proper ruse?
His ruse is pretty good. His accent, not so much. Especially his robot accent. He doesn't look like one of the Stahlsoldaten. He's just kind of like jabbing you with he doesn't have a rifle, actually. He's just kind of like prodding you with his hands and poking you forward.
Can I have him, like, try and have Merman in, like, a wrestling, like, arm behind my back thing, as if he manhandled me,
Fish handled.
yes, as
Yeah,
if he
fish
fish
handled
handled
you.
me.
Fish hand.
Sure. Okay. You kind of put your hand back there. He grabs it, and he's kind of like walking you out and be like, "Don't mind me, fellas. Just transferring the prisoner."
I'm trying to act it up, like, it hurts,
Okay. I'm gonna have you roll a provoke, see if you can fool these robots.
Not good at this.
All right.
Oh, not bad at all, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's
Cool.
another 8.
It's another 8.
Perfect.
So that's a 7 total.
Yeah, I'm not sure if these options really. I mean, you're trying to fool them, basically, which I don't know if there's an option here. But I'll say you do that. So that was your goal, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so they buy it.
You gain a critical opportunity.
Yep. So yeah, that would probably work.
Oh yeah, the opportunity is they're not chasing
confused,
you. Yeah, they're confused by one of their own leading you out. So you Groucho kind of walks you up this sort of winding stairwell, and you kind of reach this sort of gunmetal gray hall area, and you can see you're kind of like in a fortress that's got some tall walls around it, but there is like that sea air, very nice in your nostrils right now. There's some like kind of palm trees grown in the area. This could be like a cool Mediterranean resort area, if not for the Nazi fortress laboratory built on it. And there's lots of Stahlsoldaten everywhere. There's like gun emplacements on the walls. It is definitely a fortress.
So Groucho, you said that these Nazis had your ship. Do they have it here?
They might have pieces of it. Unfortunately, I think they took it apart. I couldn't see too much about it. You want to go look around, see if we can find it?
That is unfortunate. Then the next question is, how well can you swim?
Like a rock.
Well, fine, I can carry you.
Appreciate it.
How close am I to the water?
Well, it's like surrounded by walls. There's kind of like some docks sort of outside. So to get to the ocean, you will have to go past the walls, and there are kind of like, guard emplacements around.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
In fact, or actually, what are you trying to do? Let's see if I can.
Well,
Threw a wrench in there.
Yeah, let's see what I can do to ruin your plan.
what I do best. I'm going to Kool-Aid Man through the walls.
Oh, so you're not bothering with a ruse anymore. You're just going at it.
Yep, I'm out. I can see where I am. I see where the water is. They can't catch me once I'm in the water. At least that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, these
Unless
walls.
they have propellers once they're down there.
Yeah, and there's a naval mine. Well, you don't know about the minefield.
I don't know about the
That's
minefield.
true. Okay, so you I'll say you smash through one of these walls here. Are you trying to smash like the big walls that are ringing the area?
I'm trying.
Those are pretty solid fortifications. I don't know. It would take you 2 or 3 blows to.
My goal is to beeline towards the water.
Okay, there is a gate though. You could go through that, I guess.
The gate is more likely to have guards.
Oh, okay. I mean, they're gonna notice you when you're taking down a wall, but
Yes, and fortunately, that will also leave a nice opening for future assaults.
Oh, good point. Okay, so you charge out and you are like hammering at the wall. Oh, this is definitely a
Unleash your powers.
unleash your powers. Yeah.
Which I'm very good at. Yes. That is going to be a 12.
Okay.
These walls are going down.
Yeah, you shove hard into this wall. It is pretty well fortified, but like you are taking out some of the supports. It is crumbling, lots of stone and dust, and it's like pretty much halfway down. Yeah, you get those big battering noises. However, lots of alarms are going off now, and those sirens are going, and you can see like coming across the courtyard, Air Cyclops leading a bunch of heavily armed Stahlsoldaten with like fancy Nazi-looking laser rifles, beelining straight for you, and he's like, "The fish is trying to escape."
I'm going to grab Groucho and hold him to me to try and like cover him and keep punching at the walls.
Okay. They like unload on you, so you're gonna take a powerful blow.
Cool, and unfortunately I can't roll high.
Oh, all right.
you can get
Roll low. How'd you do?
Oh, nice.
Oh. So they missed, right?
That is going to be a miss, yes.
Ooh. So how do you avoid this kind of barrage of lasers and gunfire coming towards you?
I just don't think they're properly calibrated for my steel scales.
Good point. You're like presenting your back to them, and like some bullets are kind of pinging off you. Lasers are. It's warming you up a little bit, but it's not enough to hurt you.
I just start laughing.
You can see like the Stahlsoldaten just like lower their guns and are like humming in confusion.
Like I said, Cyclops, you're going to need a much larger gun.
Shut up!
And I'm sure the women tell you that as well.
Okay, so as you're hammering at this wall, one more thing. Air Cyclops says like, "Bring out Stahlkonig."
Uh-oh.
And you can see some of the soldiers rushing back to get this other big force out. So meanwhile, you guys are. Some time has passed for you as well. You are cruising up to the to Isola Caligari. How are you getting there? Like, do you try and like steal a Nazi boat or like a yacht, or are you just like taking some random rowboat the mafia had in one of their villages, or?
Well, probably try to steal a small Nazi vessel if we're coming up through the minefield.
They might have a map.
Yeah.
Okay, and Gladius
Knows the path.
Okay.
So as long as we get something that looks kind of Nazi-ish, maybe we can steal some people's uniforms, and then
Okay, I'll show you.
try to infiltrate the old-fashioned way.
That's gonna be a problem. I'm not gonna take off my helmet.
Well, you don't have to be out. You could be up or underneath the tarp, and then when the time comes, we'll make some noise, and you can be up.
There's going to be plenty of noise when you arrive, gentlemen. Plenty of noise.
I guess that works.
Okay, I'll give you guys. Give me a unleash your power. See how well this stealing thing goes, and I'll kind of decide what sort of vessel you're riding in on. If it goes wrong, you're just gonna end up in like a fishing boat, which won't subject to much scrutiny.
9.
Okay.
I got an 8.
Okay. I'll say one of you, because you kind of both rolled.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted us both to. So.
Yeah. I was. Well, it works. Okay. I'll say so. One of you gets some art condition, but one of you does not. So you can kind of decide who wants to take that hit. And you can kind of tell me like what happened during this little.
How many conditions
you know what?
do you have now?
I actually have 2. I did not make it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I have 2. I forgot. I have hopeless, which is
All right.
-2 to unleash your powers. I did not make it.
Okay. Remember, there's things you can do during the game to try and clear these. Like,
Is there like a maybe team action we could do?
yeah, and that would give you like. Oh, we kind of haven't really done a team pool.
And that's only against a dangerous foe.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand
Okay,
what fling myself into easy relief.
That would be drugs, alcohol, sex, that along those lines.
Debauchery.
Maybe I can have fun with one of these Stahlsoldaten.
Wow, all right.
I mean, you do have the head.
Ooh, okay.
Opportunities.
And it still talks, too.
Yeah. So, okay, yeah, I did not make it, so...
All right. Well, look for some opportunity, for some condition clearing opportunities later.
Yeah.
But you guys, you do get that boat. So you zoom over. Gladius guides you through the naval minefield, and you reach the gate. This is like a little bit before
Okay.
Merman's
Daring
breakout.
escape attempt.
Yeah. So a human Nazi guard like comes, is like above the. Or you pull up to the docks. Some human Nazi guards with some Stahlsoldaten backers coming over to meet you. And this human guard is like, "What are you doing here? Gladius, you were not expected. You were not scheduled to arrive. Do you not understand the notion of punctuality?"
Well, we're
Gladius
here
is-
early.
Gladius is like, "What should I say?
Just tell him you got here early.
I'm not scheduled to be here like at all."
Didn't Mussolini make the trains go that time? Come on.
Tell him that
This is a dock. There's no trains here.
Tell him.
Be the hero, man.
Tell him that the whole premise behind punctuality is that you show up on time, and just tell him that maybe he's got wrong information.
He's like, "I will try." He hops out and he says, "You must have wrong information. I'm supposed to be here." The soldier says,
That is not what I said.
"The soldier says, come back inside. Air Cyclops will check this. He'll get to the bottom of this. Who are your friends? And are you guys dressed up like as?"
Yeah.
I'm not there.
Okay,
He's
you're
under
hidden.
a tarp,
You're like kind
yeah.
of hidden back in the boat.
Yeah.
So he's pointing at you like, "Who? Do you know about this?"
Of course I do. I drove him here.
Well, why is he here?
He's here to see Air Cyclops. Why, I don't know. I wasn't given that information. I was just told to drive him here.
Okay, I think you're going with to provoke someone with this goon. Let's see how you do.
I have a -2 to that.
Don't piss off the Nazis.
All right, you can see Gladius. He's like, "How'd you do?"
I don't know if you guys knew, but every time you fail a roll, you get to mark experience. So that's
Yeah.
Oh yes,
So,
yes. You guys should mark some experience. So
yeah.
I don't know how many rolls I missed. I
you
know.
got like 5.
So you look.
Yeah, I
at
did
last time,
actually.
I know. We
I
should-
did
we should
fill
know
in
the
my
end.
potential. So what is it?
Well,
So
shit.
you get to mark one of the advancements. You get right underneath it. It's like learn a new move or other stuff like that, and then you get to start over on the experience track.
Rearrange my labels as I choose. What are the labels? These? Oh.
Yep.
So I can rearrange these as I choose, and then add +1 to one of them,
Yeah.
and add +1.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's the leveling up mechanism.
So you, whatever skill you want higher, you can rearrange that if you wanted to.
All right.
Change your mask.
You can do that now or later.
Okay. All right. So
But
we'll do
this
that later.
okay. This ruse is like it's kind of up. Like you I'm not sure how exactly you give it away. Maybe it's I don't know some. You ask for 3 glasses without your thumb, Glorious Bastard style or
Yep.
something. But this guard's figuring it out. He's aiming his submachine gun right at you, and he's like, "Get out of the boat immediately! You are coming to Air Cyclops."
Okay. As I'm coming out of the boat, I want to use my whip and try to take his foot out from underneath him.
Ooh, all right. You're going with it directly engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of just using maybe a flashbang, if those are invented yet.
Yeah, but flashbangs is going to draw a lot of attention. Maybe I can take him out before he makes a lot of noise.
Well, try that. Luckily, you're rolling. I'll probably use it.
Okay. I'll give
I
you
know, you're killing me. I get use danger, so I get a +2 there. So.
All right.
I'm not gonna shoot the gun. We all know how that's gonna turn out.
Problem with guns. How'd you do there with the? Oh, you're still okay.
10.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool. All right, you get to pick 2 on this guy.
Oh, okay. I'm going to create an opportunity for my allies.
Definitely.
And it says resist or avoid their blows. So in case he tries to shoot at me or swing at me, I'm gonna resist it. Maybe Gladius can just stomp him in the head.
Oh, sure.
Since I'm gonna yank his foot out from underneath him.
Yeah, I'll say like pulling that foot like knocks him on his back, and his machine gun like just falls from his hands before it gets a chance to go off. Marvin, you want to take him out, or
Yep.
how do you take this guy out while he's on the ground?
Oh, stomp on his face.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. All right, you just pop out of the boat there and ram a boot right onto him.
America says hello.
Yeah, feel free to say some like badass shit. As you
Brought you a
take these
souvenir.
guys out.
Off with the Zen.
Oh,
Motherfucker.
damn. So cool. And meanwhile, as you guys are doing this, you hear like alarms start going off. Gladius says like, I don't think that was us. And you see one of the walls like start to crumble and smash.
I want to run right up to that wall. I'm not telling anybody that I'm doing this because I am going to try and hold on, clear a condition as I make a sacrifice, trying to absolve my guilt. Because I felt guilty for screwing up on the balcony earlier, and I am going to run up and take the baton and whack it up against the wall on the other side to try to break the wall apart and help out at the same time.
Okay. So you charge in. That's going to be an unleash your power. So using your technology. Conditions cleared though, like by racing straight into danger, especially with all these like gun emplacements hanging around. And the soldiers like they're manning them now, so it's like it's battle stations.
God, I got a -2 right now.
All right, we'll come back to you in a second.
Shoot!
Oh, how'd it go?
Oh, no.
All right, unleashed my power, so I got a 5 in total. After my minus and my pluses, it ended up being a 5.
Oh, no.
Okay,
So I get another box.
There's gotta be a way.
well that's good. You're taking the
Clear
power.
condition.
You're doing a clear condition. That's the good news. The bad news is a machine gun emplacement aims down at you and just opens fire. So you're gonna take a powerful blow. See if you can weather it.
I
avoid
should
it.
be able to do this.
All right,
Oh, no.
we're coming back to you in a second.
5.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
good. Wait, what is it? What is the thing? I
You
have
add your
to-
number of conditions. So
Okay.
6. You're good.
Oh yeah, cool. Whew.
And I picked something
Oh,
for
man.
you,
So
I
how do you-
succeeded a fail, but it says on succeeding that I have to still mark up.
If you got a
potential
6,
fail,
no.
right?
No, you wanna fail this roll. You actually mark. XP
Oh,
stuff.
if you succeed, you mark 1. Okay, cool. All right.
So how
sorry.
do you avoid this machine gun nest like blazing down at you?
I quickly spin and put my back to the wall, and I activate my boots and jump straight up.
Whoa! All right, cool. And we'll cut from you in the air. I mean, you got the timelines have synced up now. So
yeah.
So you have like by now, Major Merman, you have like you take down the wall. And thanks to his baton and your earlier smashing, like it is now a big gap that is smash free. However, Stahl Koenig has arrived. This like giant 2-story, 4-legged cylindrical Nazi death machine comes stomping its way out of this this armory further back. It has like big set of rockets, like big machine gun arm, large like grasping claw arms, huge red eye, big swastika in the middle of it. It's nasty looking, like kind of giant walking tank sort of thing.
Oh boy.
Okay.
And it's
Alright.
cruising in, being like, "Stop! Cease resistance immediately."
So where is Skydance at the moment?
That's a good question. I was thinking about taking down this machine gun nest, then that thing came out.
You just like stomped out that one soldier. So.
Are you currently visible and flying in the air?
Not yet, but I'm going
Okay.
to be. Because
Okay.
I have a plan.
I have a plan as well.
So do I actually.
Oh, 3 plans. What could go wrong?
3 plans and we're not telling each other them at all. This is gonna end.
I'm
well.
willing to offer.
I can
up
tell
my
you what
plan.
my plan is.
Let's go. Let's let the guy that hasn't been really part of the group for a while.
Yeah.
So Merman's plan is once he sees Cloud Dancer in the sky, Sky Dancer in the sky, he's going to throw Groucho at you and tell you to catch.
Oh crap.
My plan's no longer successful.
My plan was to touch the big ass tank.
Okay.
You could do both.
Yeah, they could
Catch
both
Groucho,
plans
touch
could
the
work.
tank, and run.
Alright. So you're going to yell catch.
Yeah. How's your savior? Because that would probably be a defender.
0. But yes. I just now added +1 to freak.
Okay. How well do you trust your rolls?
Not very.
Well,
Considering I leveled up.
okay. Yeah, I leveled up too.
Cool.
Would this be
Let's see. I
would
will
we
say
be
like
directly engaging, or would it be an unleash his powers?
Catching
Or
Groucho would be
defend.
defend.
Oh, be
Yeah.
defend.
I will say that because this is your team, you are a team together taking on this threat. So the team mechanics are going to come into play here.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So everybody gets a +2 to the team pool. I don't think.
It's a
That's
combined pool, so
Add 2 to the team pool.
Yeah.
So it's like points, I guess.
Okay. And I think you aren't really. I mean, you are sort of prepared, so I'll say that one. But there is some. You definitely have the same purpose, but there is a little bit of mistrust. I think we've given that that head chucking incident. So we'll
I
say.
was a little angry from last time. I mean, it's all water under the bridge.
All right. So it could be a +3, but it is a +2. At least it's not a +1 because you are prepared. So that means Eric. It means they add a +2 to their rolls, or
So what that means is if there's a chance that we can assist each other, we can spend a team point and add a +1 to the roll.
okay.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I am going to do the throwing technique because I also have to clear conditions, and acting foolhardy without talking to the team helps me clear insecure. So this is going to go alien catch.
So the first time you see me, you throw a man at me?
Yep, it's how much trust I have in you.
Well,
Groucho says, "I have very little trust in you."
well, let's see how this goes. What was it? Defend?
Defend.
Yeah.
Catch him.
To catch him.
Alright.
That's the one. Oh.
That's a 5.
I mean, I could.
It wouldn't help, I think.
Could I have assisted him by throwing really well and spend a team point?
Okay, I'll
And
say
then
that.
if Mentalist can also assist somehow, but I don't know how, we can get this into a 7.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Mental, is there some way you could assist? That would clear out your team pool, but it would stop Groucho from falling. Maybe
Yeah,
into the
yeah,
ocean,
we
hitting
don't
a
want
mine or
him to
something.
fall into the ocean, so I don't have a problem with using my point for that. So that would deplete our pool, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine with me.
All right. So how do you assist? Like, do you how do you alert him or find some way to get him to pick up?
Can
Or
I,
Groucho.
as I come back down off of my jump, I would notice that he's not quite going to make it, and I would jump in that direction to try to push him up into Skydancer's hand.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'll say you do that.
All right.
You bounce up. Groucho's like, "Now I know how a football feels." And you catch Groucho. He like wraps his
Flying
arms
catch.
around you and is like, "My hero."
We don't use hands for football.
All right, and you're going to go try to touch the big shiny.
Yeah,
Right.
first I'm gonna take him to the boat.
All right. So you can do that. You drop him off at the boat, and now you're flying back towards the giant robot.
All right.
What are you guys doing in the
Stacy.
meantime?
I'm squaring off with the giant tank thing.
Ooh,
That's
all
kind
right.
of what I do.
That's going to be a directly engage a threat to take out this stall Koenig.
Come on, do the 10 plus.
Wonderful. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So, I'm going to use my move, Not Human Enough. When you directly engage a threat in a terrifying fashion, mark a condition to choose an additional option, even on a miss.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
So I am going to Hulk out and tear this thing limb from limb.
All right.
I've been stuck in a cage for a very long time, and I need to take out my aggression.
Get some
He's
frustration.
a wild fish. He needs to swim.
Wonderful.
Ooh, how'd you do?
So that is
Swam.
going to be a 12 total.
Oh man.
I get to choose 3 options.
Yes, because that cool move.
So I'm going to choose to resist or avoid their blows, so I don't get hurt again.
Right.
Let's see. I would like to further impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. And what do I want to take from him? Or if you lot would like to assist in the fight, I could create an opportunity for you.
Okay. I know he's zooming back in.
I'm going to touch it with my finger.
Then I'm going to create an opportunity. I'm going to make sure I have his entire attention and let Skydancer daintily touch him as I rip off parts of him.
All right, you are just tearing into the front of this robot. You like rip free one of his front legs. He's like reeling back and being like, "Unhand the property of the right."
Unhand me. Okay.
Ooh, you unlegged him. He is totally distracted. You don't even have to roll for it. You just rush over, tap him, and you know how this machine works. You know its weak points.
Kind of fly over, do a little handstand.
Yeah, a little acrobatic touch.
I gotta dance.
Yeah, you dance nimbly onto it.
So, what do I find out about this thing?
Yeah, so you find out like kind of how it works. It's got like sort of a fuel exhaust pipe kind of at the back there.
Ooh.
And if some kind of explosive went into there, it would cause a chain reaction, blow up the entire machine.
Fuel, explosive, big boom.
Okay, so I'm going to take my backpack off and take a look at all the supplies I got in there and pull out a grenade, and I'm going to toss it to Skydancer. This should work.
Oh boy.
How could it go?
I did not take the pin out, don't worry! But I will get you back.
Everyone's just throwing things.
And in the meantime, I am going to pull out a flask and take a nice drink of some alcohol that I picked up while we were at the villa.
Okay, you're just getting a little of that hit flask action going on after tossing the grenade.
So I am going to clear my hopeless.
Okay, you get some liquid courage.
Exactly.
So Marvin, a grenade, pin in or pin out.
Pin in, pin in.
All right, it's flying up at you. To catch it, I'm gonna do an unleash your.
I mean, if there's no danger to.
Or actually, I mean, yeah, it's not. Okay. I mean, it's not too hard. For maybe using, it'll be the unleash your powers or directly engage.
But how does the mask work? Once per session, I can affirm my heroic or secret identity to switch my mundane with my mask.
Yes. So you, with the Janus, once per session, whichever other ability you chose,
Freak.
you just get to switch the stats. So now your freak is at +3, and your mundane is at 0.
So that's why everything else is at 0. So you can switch that around, but only once per session.
So that is when you decide to be Spider-Man or what have you.
Be Skydancer.
Man, the dance in the sky. All right.
But you can't switch back this session.
Can't switch back?
It's only once per
they
session.
stay like that.
Okay.
But yeah, it stays like that until you switch back. So
I mean, you kind of always are Skydancer.
yeah, we haven't had any mundane situations.
Yeah, there might be some coming up at the end, actually. I mean, mundane-ish, because some of you guys don't really have.
Then
You don't
again,
really have.
I don't have-
identity. Yeah, you don't have mundane. So.
Then again, I could just put my game face on. In
How
fact,
you feeling about that roll?
I think I am. Yeah, I'm gonna put on my game face.
Okay.
And let's see.
Don't worry, I have a backup plan.
Is it throwing something else at him?
And after getting everything thrown at me, I
Giant
feel
demon
kind of
catch.
guilty over what I've done, throwing stuff at people. So I feel like I deserve a grenade in my face.
All right.
But I'm gonna pass it on to that guy. Throw it at him.
Okay, so you got the grenade. You're zooming down. Let's try and get this into the exhaust pipe.
All right.
That's going to be. Also, you decide. You can do directly engage or unleash your powers.
Unleash my power. I know exactly where the fuel lodge is. So
Okay. Yes, using that knowledge. So you,
Use the Force, Skydancer.
Yep.
90-degree turn.
Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
So, yep. +2, 11.
Whoa.
So the grenade just whoop, wee.
It's like shooting swamp rats back on Tatooine!
Direct hit. It goes right in, blows up. The fuel goes up, and like explosions kind of. my imagination is making real stuff happen.
Now the attack dogs are gonna get us.
Explode like little explosions ripple up this thing's chest. The panels fall apart, and then the whole thing blows up and collapses, and it is down.
Nice.
Air Cyclops is just roaring like, "Kill them!" And more men, more soldiers are coming out now.
Okay.
Gentlemen, I think it's time to retreat.
I'm good with that. One last move from Merman, however.
Okay.
I'm going to be using Be the Monster to frighten, intimidate, and cow others with my monstrous form. I want these guys to stand down. They saw what we just did to the giant monster.
Ooh, alright.
So I'm going to grab this thing's hand, raise it up above me, and cry out, "Who's next?"
Whoa, okay. Go for it.
That'll do.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that is going to be an 11.
Wow. So Cyclops is just like, even he is surprised by this, but the human soldiers, even the robot soldiers, are kind of stunned by this just display of monstrousness. And some of the like human soldiers just like throw down their guns. They're just like, we surrender.
Lovely.
And the way is now clear for you guys to make it back to that boat.
I would like to run up to Marshall and hand him my backpack and show him my hand with all the grenade pins that were left on there and say, "Toss this at them, and I'll show them all my pins." Aim for the Cyclops.
All right, you give it a quick throw. I'm not going to make you roll for that.
And you run.
Yeah, it goes off, and amongst the chaos, you guys easily make it back to the boat. Gladius is already there, got it fueled up. Groucho's with him. You guys zoom off into the Mediterranean, and Isola Caligari, just big explosions ripping it apart behind you as you zoom away.
Welcome back.
Took you gentlemen long enough.
You want to take a dip?
High five.
Did anyone keep the tea warm for me?
Well, we don't have any on the boat, but yeah, there's some back at headquarters. We weren't sure what kind of condition you were going to be in.
We thought it would be seared or flambéed.
Several times, actually.
We did bring some lemon and a little bit of zest. So, just in case.
Groucho says, "This one's plenty zesty already."
Yeah.
Shall I introduce you to my new friend? I'm fairly certain he does not hail from our planet.
Got that right.
Also, believe he can be quite useful for the Allied powers.
Sure, I can tickle funny bones anywhere.
Perhaps you could you take my form?
He does, but it's not
It's
like
just a tiny.
yeah, it's a tiny. It's like a 2 scale.
Oh, that's cool.
That's right. We're known as changelings around the galaxy.
Around the galaxy, you say?
Sure, you didn't think the whole ball game was on this little dinky planet, did you?
No.
It's a big, wide world
But you
out
would
there.
happen to be the first that I've met, aside
Well,
from a
pleased to
couple of
meet ya.
supers that I've met in the past.
Oh, you said you've been watching our videos. I think we know people who might be able to put your name up in lights. Especially with your ability to take forms.
Sounds intriguing.
Yes.
What's also intriguing, why are you here?
Well, like I told your fish friend here, I was doing a little bit of observation. I like picking up, I like to take in a show, and your planet makes some of the best.
You crash landed.
Yeah, I was a little distracted, and then these goose steppers found me, and here I am.
Yes. Unfortunately, I was not able to locate his ship. He says it's in parts. But that might explain the Nazis' recent jumps in technology.
Certainly could. I think you might be having one of those on your back there, my friend.
My jetpack?
That's right. Looks like he's looking around. He's like, well, I would say this comes partly from my people, partly from other people. We take inspiration from all over the place. But it certainly ain't of this world.
So this is alien technology.
Yeah. From multiple groups of aliens.
No wonder I couldn't figure out what the heck this thing was.
So with that, I think we're gonna... we've reached enough time to do some kind of like home front sort of stuff.
We can even. There is the move that I always forget. The end of session move.
Yeah, it's not quite in a session just yet. There's a few more things that will go down when you go back to London. We're gonna kind of cut to there though.
Okay.
But we are kind of, nearing the conclusion, I think.
Okay.
Because you guys, you got to report back. There are some you go to a secret airstrip, and you fly back over occupied Europe. You know which way to go, and you guys make it back to London, and you have successfully completed, your rescue mission. So you
What's
go.
the new ally?
Yeah, you got a new ally. You go to the Office of War Powers HQ. There's lots of superpower individuals and all their backers kind of there. It's sort of this military base in the heart of London. Madman McCall is waiting for you when you arrive, and he's kind of looking you over, and he's like, "Oh, I see you got I see you're swimming with a full school once more.
Yep, we found us our fish stick.
Good to have you back, Marshal."
It's nice to be back. How's Big Ben doing?
We got him better. Some of His Majesty's top engineers went to work on him, repaired all the damage that was done. He'll be back in the field in no time, and I'm hoping you guys will too.
I wasn't intending to get off the field for very long.
You're my kind of fish. But there might be something you could help me with. That guy you brought in last time, the Nazi egghead, Dr. Krieg, we got him on ice in here in one of our holding cells. Some of OWP's top men have taken a crack at him, but this egghead ain't cracking. He's got some kind of secrets, almost like he's jealous or worried about something else that Jaeger Commando's doing. But I don't know. I guess he sees that normal mortal men aren't worth chatting with. It's got to be one of you guys.
Didn't he take a liking to you?
A little bit.
You have
He
influence
did.
over him, don't you?
Maybe you should push those buttons and see where that takes you.
Especially after what I learned. Alien technology melded with human.
Well, I was just going to suggest having Groucho here appear as the Führer himself and talk to him. But I like your idea better.
Why not do both?
I don't know. Dr. Krieg's insane, but he's not stupid. If Hitler walks in and he's in prison, he'll realize something is up.
Are we certain? Just
You want to give it a try? I'll leave it up to you.
But who knows? Maybe he'll know where the parts of that ship is. And how the Nazis got a hold of it.
Could be.
Well, if you have influence over him, and you're going to try and pierce the mask with him, I think you're probably the best one of us to get that, since you already have that, plus it's a mundane feat,
Alright.
and you have good mundane.
That's about the only good stat I got.
Ah, don't say that.
No, literally, it's the only good stat I got.
Well, you can fix that. You just leveled up. You can add one to someone.
Yeah, I did that with mundane.
you have
with
decent
freak.
skills. You don't have minuses. My +3 freak comes with minuses.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I have 1 minus.
Yeah, you're
and
all
that's
around
savior.
balanced.
I've got 1 + 1 and 1 + 3. The rest of them are 0. So, yeah, let's do this.
Okay. Madman McCall brings you up to the second floor of this sort of kind of office building that OWP has taken over. There's kind of 2 guards standing outside the cell, and he's like, "We got him in here locked up. Don't get too close to him, and don't let him get in your head." And he leans closer, and he's like, "Maybe especially, don't let him see what you look like under there." Or maybe if you really want to break him, that could be a possibility too.
Are you an alien as well, Skydancer?
Let's just say this country doesn't like me very much and leave it at that.
Well, I mean, there are other countries.
Yeah.
No, there
Well,
are.
if the Nazis win, there won't be any
No,
other
there aren't.
countries.
Who knows?
We got
Maybe
this
that's
dog
something
saying
for the
hello to me
future.
over here.
Hey, be careful with it. You know.
Okay. Yeah, I know. This is a dangerous animal. As we
If
discovered.
the states prove to be to your dislike, I'm sure the crown would welcome you.
Oh, we're gonna have to liberate them first, but it's a consideration.
Okay. So, wow, he's like trying to pull me off the chair almost.
Nah.
All right, so I'll try and tell the story with this dog hanging off of me. So McCall opens the door. You come in, you come inside, and there is Dr. Krieg. He's like kind of handcuffed to the table, just looking emotionless, kind of staring ahead. When you come in, he is a little interested. He's like, yes, human boom.
It's Sky Dancer, actually.
I know your name, Skydancer. Come on in.
Cloud kicker.
Welcome.
I heard that.
Welcome to the estate of Von Krieg. You guys are outside the cell, by the way. You can hear what's going on, but only Skydancer is in there with the scientist. What do you want?
Well, Doctor, I've heard you guys got your hands on a bit of an alien ship.
What does it matter to you?
Well, I learned something about my own jetpack. Turns out, your technology and my technology are from the same source. I want to know where it's from. Where you have it.
Intriguing. We found some of that technology along with perhaps a map that could lead to a vast storehouse of similar technology. Not from the stars, but from the seas.
From the seas.
It was why some of us were so interested to find out about your fishy friend. I know many of him just believe that he is some throwback, some Jewish subhuman that perhaps emerges naturally every so often from the womb of a Jewess. But some of us believe that something else happened to him and transformed him. That there are other powers beyond science at play here.
Well, your boys tried the serum, but they couldn't break him. He broke himself out.
He's a little bit worried about that. He says, do you know if he was studied by the man with the runes?
The man with the runes? Who's that?
He is higher up than me in Jaeger Commando. Higher than any of us. Only the Fuhrer is higher than him. The
Come on,
Rune
Doctor.
Kaiser, he's called.
The Rune Kaiser.
The King
Where
of
is he?
Runes. Or Emperor of Runes.
Where is he? Who is he?
There are some things even I do not know. And besides, I think I've told you enough.
Oh, Doctor, you haven't told me nearly enough. I need you to tell me everything you know.
You think there is some friendship between us because of your Aryan
I
blood?
think you ended up picking.
You serve a decadent, collapsing, destroyed civilization. I represent one of strength.
Metal control.
Yes, and one that we continually kick their asses at.
That will soon change.
I'm not saying either of our countries sort of can hold a candle to each other. In fact, screw both of them. It's just you and me right here.
Ooh, okay. He's kind of interested in that idea because he's like, well, perhaps my cause has always been more than that of just a flag. My cause is humanity's cause. You're trying to pierce the mask, though, so I think. Okay. So you're going to roll plus mundane to pierce this guy's mask and see what he's up to.
10.
Okay. All right, so you can ask 3 questions. That's the best roll you can do.
What are you really planning?
Okay. He says, right now, I am just content to sit back and watch Jaeger Commando's plans come to fruition. But you can tell he's almost like a little bit uneasy about this. He's kind of like scared of what that means.
How can I get you to help us? How can I get you to tell us what you know?
Bring the Jewfish and break his legs.
That might do it, but a lot of it is also like relating to him in terms of like science. Because he's definitely on the science side as opposed to the magic side.
So anything related to science.
Yeah, playing up a love of science like you were kind of doing with like countries don't matter. We are the things that we are. What
I
matters.
want to find out more about my jetpack, and maybe something more. Maybe we can use some of this technology for ourselves.
Ooh, okay. He's into that. He's like, perhaps you are right. Perhaps we can. I don't know if you have, if your friends are listening. Hopefully they are not. But if we could find some way to work on this before the Rune Kaiser comes for me, it would be a very good thing. He's in the east right now, dealing with the Slavs. They're even more subhuman than usual subhumans. But he of the runes, he can be in more than one place at once. So I think no matter where we aren't safe when he is around.
So what would you like me to do about him? I mean, if he's that much of a problem, we could just...
He's a little bit fatalistic, and he's like, you might as well go cut the throat of God as to do that to the Rune Kaiser. He's supposedly immortal. He says he cannot ever die. He says no mortal weapon can harm him. He says he bathes in magic like it is water. And naturally, the Fuhrer falls head over heels for all that occult business. So I fear if he's coming for me, I don't know if there's much we can do. And he like leans back and he's like, in fact, I think I'm tired of talking to you. Go away. I'll sit here and I'll wait for the inevitable.
Very well, Doctor. You do what you want. But I have a feeling this won't be the last time we talk. We'll keep in touch.
All right. So you go. The door is slammed. And now for like a little bit, you guys want to go. Like it's kind of evening. McCall says, "All right, you boys did a good job. I couldn't have asked for a better first mission. Succeeded in your objectives, and I mean, your fish was captured, but you didn't leave a man behind, and he is back. So take some R&R. Go out on old London town. Enjoy what the city has to offer. Relax. And we'll let you know if we need you."
Get this man some tea.
Back in the States, we have this thing called a Long Island iced tea. Interesting. I'm intrigued.
I know of it.
Oh, are you going to introduce Long Island iced tea to the world?
If we are going to the local pub, perhaps, that does trigger our team moves. When you share a triumphant celebration with someone, and each of us have unique team moves on the back of the character sheet.
Oh.
So yours is right there.
Yeah, so you guys can be like clear some conditions, relax as a team. You're kind of going out on London town. It's a pretty happening spot. There's lots of like soldiers from all these different nations kind of hanging out there. Americans, British, Free French, and so on. Just kind of like relaxing, enjoying a little bit of respite. I mean, the Blitz is sort of going on too, so it's not the most relaxing place, but right now there's a moment of peace.
So for my team move, do you guys treat me like a perfectly normal person, or do you treat me as a scary Jewfish monster? And if you praise my powers and strength, there's things that trigger that happen that happens during our celebration. So how do you guys treat me during a night in the pub?
I treat you like one of the guys with gills.
Cool.
And I harass you about it constantly, because that's just the kind of person I am. And I brought my whip along just in case we want to have some fun.
Wonderful. That means I get to clear a condition. So what are your guys' team moves for a celebration?
Yeah, I see you as like a seared fishman who really needs a drink.
Perfectly normal.
Damn it, I'm gonna get you.
I'm sure you guys are throwing back whiskey and between sessions of darts and all kinds of games. A good time had by all. But yeah, what are your team moves there that you can do to
I got two.
clear some conditions?
I get to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we each have two that trigger the same but have different effects.
Mine says when I share a vulnerability or weakness with someone, I ask them what they would do, something dark, for a gain influence over that.
Yeah, you can gain influence over your friends too, like by kind of opening yourself up.
So if you share something about yourself and open up to us, you can do that.
Okay.
Or like there's some other superheroes, other characters who are kind of out in the town too. Even like I'll say Madman McCall's even taking a break. Big Ben's there, though he's not drinking. He's kind of like he's like just sipping and he's like holding an empty glass of tea, like for effect.
Can he even drink?
No, but it's just for show. He has the glass. He can still participate.
So I gotta be honest with you. I am just not doing real well with these boots, and it is really starting to make me rethink using them.
I saw you take a couple of falls.
A
You
couple,
did right.
just a couple. Yeah, just a couple.
Yeah,
that's
just
right.
a couple.
Perhaps it's one of those automobiles where you need a good start. I can give you a good toss and see if they start up.
That would kind of defeat the purpose of actually using them.
But then once this gets going, maybe
You're not always going to be there when I need to get that toss, okay?
I can take you up into
You
the
weren't
sky.
there until just recently, remember?
Well, I'm sorry, I was otherwise engaged.
What was the fishwoman's name? Yeah, so it's just really getting to me. I helped design these things, and the tech guys and Skydancer were able to put them together, and just they're not working so good yet. I'm really feeling a bit insecure about this.
Yeah, not every idea.
I
goes.
wonder if it's my design or what. So
Not every idea goes the way you think it is. I mean, I picked up a shotgun, but I've never fired a gun in my life.
You did good with the grenade, though.
I do like
That
throwing
was good.
things.
Yeah, I've noticed. So,
All right. Well, thanks to that, you open yourself up. You reveal kind of that vulnerability, and definitely helps those conditions. You feel a bit better after opening yourself up.
I'd actually like to roll comfort and support here,
Oh, okay.
and talk to there's something quite special about. I was in chains, and the only thing I could think of was just to keep pulling at them. There were definitely moments where I wish that I had more of your mind, more of your mental abilities. I can smash a wall. You can take down barriers in other ways. But this is just another barrier for you to take down. And comfort support. That's still an 8?
Yeah, that's
It's
not
still
bad.
an 8.
So on a comfort and support, on a hit, they hear you. You mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels if you open up to me and don't just shut down when I'm talking to you. So yeah, you can do one of those things.
So you want to take one of those conditions off, or
I've cleared all my conditions, as a matter of
okay.
fact. I was able to do that through the drinking,
okay,
throwing myself at that wall.
Cool.
So,
You can mark potential if you want to keep leveling up.
You can
Yeah,
mark
yeah, I
potential
think-
or shift your own label up and one down if you wanted to move your powers around.
I might. I think I'm going to mark a potential, so I'm working on level 3 here. So,
I've only marked
rolling great.
2 potential in these 2 sessions. I've marked 2 potential.
I marked 5, and this will
Yeah.
be 6.
I leveled up as well. I'm at 0 right now.
So, Marshall, I think you're right. I am definitely smarter than you.
And there it is.
And
Oh, mentalist.
I'm glad that I have you around to bash the walls, and I'm glad that I'm there to help you point in the right direction for those walls. I'm glad we were able to get you back. You're an integral part of the team, and everybody needs tools to hone in the right direction.
Are you calling me a tool?
A very strong one. If that makes you feel
That's
better.
perfectly fine. At this point, I'm probably a few pints in and laughing it off.
It's all in good jest. fish stick.
Speaking of tools, something I've been meaning to ask you guys.
Do you need
Who
something?
do you see me as? Sky Dancer? Or someone just trying to make do with what he's got?
I've never seen you as anything else, Sky Dancer. Well, I've seen you kick a few clouds, but you are a hero. It is a little strange that you don't take off that mask of yours. Soldiers should be out in the open.
Yeah, you can take yours off. His is stuck.
But it's so different. Here I'm a hero, sure, but whenever my mask is off, it's just such a... I don't know how to describe it. It's so different.
What's so different? We accept him for all of his fishiness. Why can't we accept you for
Cheer!
whatever it is? We
Not-
accept the changeling.
It's not you guys.
Yeah.
You guys are great. It's America. And you know what?
I'm
I'm gonna
American.
show them.
Whoa. Okay.
Don't
Take
I
off my
accept
helmet.
you.
Oh, hey.
You know what I'm talking about? America.
You're a bit darker
Well,
than I
that all
expected, but
depends. Are you from the north or the south?
Doesn't really
I'm from
matter.
up north, so I could care less.
Yeah, there's still
I think
assholes.
racism is pretty everywhere at that point.
anyone know what
all I
racism...
see is a guy with some really tan skin that is able to help us when we're out there.
Anyone know what racism was like in Britain at the time? Probably less than America.
I mean, a little bit, but like, it's definitely.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't
so I'm
know.
still
They were
not
the
moving
ones
to
that
Britain.
started the. Britain, I think, was the ones that started the slave trade into the United States.
True, but they were also like the first country to abolish it. They're
That's true. Yeah,
they're
that's true.
Wilberforce.
Yeah, like even before the revolution, we were... Yeah.
Cutting back.
But I mean, at
Black
this
on your
point,
slave
like,
report.
there is definitely still prejudice.
I don't have any
But
problem
there's
with you.
like, but there's like not prejudice. There's.
I'm a fish, so
Yeah.
I don't care.
Thing is, not
Even if he did, he's not smart enough.
thing is, not even the higher ups in the military now. You guys.
So did you just
First-
go... "Bloop"?
Yeah. You guys are the first ones to know I'm black.
Huh.
So,
Well,
I
hello,
wondered-
Black. I am Marshal Merman.
Oh, fishman. What?
And at this point, you can like clear your conditions if you need to.
I didn't
that-
have any conditions.
Oh, okay. You can mark potential, I think, because you're.
So is everyone already
Opening up.
healed?
Nah,
Yeah, I think
I'm
it
taking
goes back to
influence
normal.
over each of you.
I'm done with it.
Yeah, use some add to rolls on the. Maybe also your team gets an extra team point you can use a little later on.
Cool.
Okay, so after that nice bonding though, something not so nice happens. An alarm comes ripping through the Office of War Power Base, which is kind of next to the friendly pub you're hanging out.
We just
McCall-
go right next door.
Yeah, McCall's like, no, I was trying to get some relaxing done, damn it. All right, hurry back. They dash back, and you see it is like kind of chaos there. As you like kind of rushing through the wall, you can see there's like some American British soldiers like firing something coming down the hall. And then what is charging down the hall are three knights. Like Teutonic knights mounted on war horses, full armor. But these guys, you can sort of see, they look very dead. You can see like skeletal hands, rotting kind of body parts in
How
there.
many dice did you say it was?
They're kind of like three, just sort of abreast, charging down the hall.
So not the full horseman. That's good to know.
Not quite. They're wearing very like elaborate Teutonic Knight curved helmets. This green energy is kind of seeping all around them.
Wow.
Pretty spooky, and they're just like kind of smashing their way through the soldiers.
Oh, that's something you don't see every day.
And behind them, you can see Dr. Krieg is walking along, and further behind him is a very tall, lean individual, clad totally in a black robe. He's kind of a long black beard.
Does he have runes?
He does. They're tattooed all over him.
That guy.
Yep, lots of Germanic runes tattooed over his face, the backs of his hands. You can see when he's got skin, he's been tattooing, and they're kind of glowing brightly as he's walking down.
Mentalist. Grenade.
I used them all when we were leaving.
Damn.
But He can throw me.
Throw him.
Let's test this out if this guy can really die.
Cool. Sounds like a good place to cut it.
Yeah. Well,
Did you want to do the end of session thing?
well, there's one more thing we gotta do because they gotta try and bust out. So maybe like one person can do one thing to try and stop them. We'll see how it goes, but or at least take on these knights because they look like they're heading out. Even though there's not an exit visible, they're gonna create one.
So you guys know what Merman wants to do. Did you guys have a better plan?
I'm gonna charge the rune man.
Okay.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. Have you throw me up, and I'll click my boots on. That jump start we talked about.
I mean, you guys have like your time for like one thing that one person can do before these three knights.
All right.
Because they're charging for you now with their swords raised up there.
Get Krieg.
Get
We
Krieg.
need to keep him out of their clutches because he's making some cool shit. But
Alright, getting Krieg.
Okay, so you zoom over, try and get Krieg. Okay, I'm gonna do that'd be probably unleash your powers.
Alright. 7.
Nice.
Ooh, okay.
Barely.
Unfortunately, the 7, it's temporary. You do manage to like get Krieg, but as you do, the Rune Kaiser just kind of like waves his hand. This greenish smoke is wafting out all over him. It wafts over Krieg as well, and while you did manage to like pull him free of those knights, when the smoke wafts away, he is gone.
Drat.
And we'll see you guys do manage to take out these zombie skeletal Teutonic knights.
Zombie knights. Okay.
And with that, with Dr. Krieg on the run, I think that is what we're gonna call it. We think so. There's like 5 minutes left. There's a final thing you guys can do maybe for the to get team points
at
back?
the end of
or-
every session, choose one. Grow closer to the team. Explain. who
Yeah, we
made
can
you
do one of these
feel
session ender
welcome.
things.
All right, so there's 3 different things we can do. It says grow closer to the team, explain who made you feel welcome, give influence to that character in clearer condition, grow into your own image of yourself, explain how you see yourself and why, shift one label up and another down, grow away from the team, explain why you feel detached, take influence over you away from another character.
For Merman, I think he grew closer to the team, particularly with Mentalist at the end there. So Mentalist helped him feel a little bit more welcome, even if he kept calling me a tool. So I will be using that to. You have influence over Merman, and I get to mark
Of course I
potential.
do.
Because apparently I can't miss a goddamn die roll.
It's handy to have. What are you guys thinking of? Are you going closer or further apart, or like feeling more like Skydancer, more like Mentalist?
I am going to feel more like myself because he helped reaffirm my position as the leader, and also that I'm smarter than him. Not that I needed him to tell me that, but
Nice.
Fish brain. But yes.
Cool. Marvin, how about you? Are you going closer to the team, feeling a bit apart, or feeling
I've
more?
let down my guard a little bit. Enough to let them know Jonathan Maxis, not just
Yeah.
the Sky Dancer.
I would say you're
Something.
growing closer as a team. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
that's a big reveal. So.
And Majorette doesn't know.
Oh, you're right. She's the only one who wasn't there. She's still doing their USO tour, but she'll be back next time when these heroes are going to the Eastern Front to take on the Rune Kaiser, and I think we'll even have a special guest star representing the Soviet Union showing up. So should be a very good time. Tune in same time next week, Tuesday starting at 7. For Generation Hero Champions of the Golden Age, issue number 3, Heroes of the Ostfront.
Yours
Yeah.
of the Lost Front. I think.
Also, just while we're watching, I did set up a few new designs for our T-shirts. So we do have
Oh,
T-shirts.
cool.
So I did put them up for on sale for $14 for the next 3 days. So if you want to check those out. Check out our website, of course, timetabletop.com. We've got a little bit of the background of what's going on this show. If you click on Time to Tabletop Generation Hero. Check that out, and then we will see you next Tuesday. Special guest.
Let's do some.
I'm excited.
It's gonna be awesome.
All right.
Thanks.
See you on Time Table Talk.